how's it going? It's that nerd Ryan here, and today we are going to talk about Pokemon Advance. That's right. Finished this season a lot faster than Master Quest, to be honest. And honestly, I'll tell you guys this. This was, like, when I was a kid, the last season that I watched. And it wasn't because I grew out of Pokemon. I technically never grew out of Pokemon. I did have a phase where I didn't, like, play it that much. And it was during Emerald, Leaf Green, and Fire Red. Which, yeah, that's around the time of Advance, but this is when I stopped watching because there's no more Misty. And funny enough, we'll get into about that in a little bit. But, yeah, so I'm excited for Advanced Challenge and Onward, because I haven't really seen anything since then. But yeah, so let's talk about this series, and also we'll talk about Jirachi Witchmaker at the end. So this season is introduced with two different characters. Brock is introduced about 5 episodes in to be with Ash, and then we get May in the first episode, and her brother Max in about the 6th episode, I want to say. May is, honestly, I like her better than Misty now. I really do. She kind of is like a young Ash, and it's great. And then Max is okay. He has his moments, but mostly he's an annoying character. I just have to say that. Now let's talk about the Pokemon. So this is something that was also turned me off as a kid, but now I kind of like it. It mixes things up. Ash only brings Pikachu. And what I actually really did like about this is he kind of acknowledges it in the first few episodes. Like, he's so used to having Noctowl or Chikorita or Bulbasaur or somebody with him that he can solve Team Rocket issues with. And he has nobody but Pikachu. And Pikachu actually gets kind of discharged in this, I guess. Is the best way to say it. And the beginning, so he is actually kind of depowered a little bit from what I can tell. Also, Ash ends up catching a Taylo, which catching that Taylo is a good episode. And Taylo is a good Pokemon, but he honestly doesn't get much character development past the first episode he's introduced in. Then we get Triku. Triku has the most personality out of the entire bunch. And honestly is probably my second favorite Pokemon of Ash's in the series, followed by Corphish, who also has a very big personality. Both of them are kind of loners at the beginning, and Corphish just likes to eat and likes to fight, and Triku likes to be cool and likes to be tough. May, we get 2 Pokemon. We get Torchic and Wurmple that evolves all the way up to Beautifly. Torchic is a little bit of a scaredy cat, and Beautifly is just kind of there, I guess. Brock, we get his Fortress back, but we also get a Mudkip and Lotad, which is funny that he went to completely water types. Mudkip kind of has the same backstory as Bulbasaur, and Lotad is just kind of the stoner of the group, I want to say. But yeah, and then Max has no Pokemon, obviously. Team Rocket gets a new Pokemon in a very emotional episode where they have to get rid of Arbok and Weezing. And it's a very, very sad episode. But James gets Cacnea, which is basically Victory Bell. And then Jessie gets a Wurmple that evolves into Dustox, and a Viper. I always feel like Jessie gets more Pokemon than James, and it's not fair. I hope James gets more Pokemon in Advanced Challenge. But yeah, altogether, this was just a good season. It had a lot of progress. Ash got 3 badges, and actually, the last episode where he gets the Mauville badge is he kind of gets it cheaply, and he admits it, but the gym leader, Watson, still gives him the badge and allows him, because Pikachu gets overcharged by hitting a robotic Raikou, and basically just OHKOs every single member of his team, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, and then Ash he loses against Brawly the first time, and we spend about 10-15 episodes of him training to get better, and then he finally beats Brawly. Fighting Roxanne, he almost loses, but he wins because Pikachu learns Iron Tail, which was great. But yeah, and then May becomes interested in contests. She loses her first contest, I think in the second round, if I remember right. And then, of course, Brock is on his pursuit for women. I think my favorite episode, honestly, in this was Team Rocket getting rid of Charbuck and Weezing. That was just a great episode of them being heroic and everything. But yeah, so for the season, I have to give it a 8 out of 10. It's very good. Now let's talk about Jirachi Wishmaker. That was a good movie, not as good as the first 5, but it's still a good movie. Basically, I kind of lost interest halfway through, and then turned around, and there's a fake Groudon there that kind of looked like Primal Form Groudon, but it wasn't interesting to me, to be fully honest, compared to the last movies. But I mean, of course, animation became top notch in this, and we actually, interestingly enough, only see Pikachu in this. We don't see anybody else's Pokemon. Torchic we do see. But yeah, that's it. And it just feels weird. And then Jirachi, being the focal Pokemon, attaches to Max. But yeah, we see other characters that only show up in the movie, their Pokemon, more often than the main cast's Pokemon, which I thought was weird. So for the movie, I have to give it a 5 out of 10, making it a 12 out of 20. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan telling you, have an amazing day.